Simply put, technical debt is like taking shortcuts now that cost you more time and effort later. Just like financial debt, you borrow as a business to achieve something now that you need the cash for, and you know that that is going to boost your business and increase your revenue and your profitability, so you're willing to take that on now and pay it back later with interest. So in the long run, it costs you more to do this activity, but in the short term, it costs you less. Whether that in software, we're talking effort and time usually, which equates to money. So, compare that to a home repair. If you delay fixing your roof to save money today because you need to, spend that money on something else, you just have to know that that's going to lead to water damage down the line, and that's going to create bigger bills tomorrow. If you make that decision intentionally, then that's a strategy. But when we talk about software tech debt as an analogy to financial debt, it's useful to define terms like principal and interest. So the principal is the difference in the amount of effort you did put in on the quick fix and the amount of effort that you would have put in doing the right fix, for example, or the right solution. So if we say what we really need to do here is refactor this database table and data model to be more flexible so that we can achieve what we're trying to do right now, and we go, that's going to take a month. There's no way we have time to do that right now. We have to get this out for this customer. You say, okay, well, let's do this quick hack. Maybe that's just bolting on a column onto your database and putting in some hacky code, and you get that done in a day. Okay, well, you have 29 days of technical debt or 30 days of technical debt accumulated as your principal because you'd still need to go back and do that work. Now, if you need to go back and do that work and you took a shortcut today, you're going to have to undo the shortcut and do that work. So that alone is going to be more work later. And the longer you sit on that, the more occurrences are going to happen where you need to do something similar and you're thinking, I really wish we had done that right solution before. Now I got to work around this hacky solution. So that extra effort that you take working around doing things less than ideal later because of the shortcut you took now, that's the interest. So the principal, you're kind of taking on principal to your tech debt when you do these quick solutions, and then you're accumulating interest that will incur over time and time again in the form of extra work you now need to do because of that quick solution. So I want to emphasize that not all tech debt is bad. Just like financial debt, a business can make a strategic decision to invest in something now by borrowing money, knowing that they'll pay it back later with interest, and it's going to cost them more in the long run, but that is a business strategy decision in order to achieve a short-term win, which may be as crazy as an existential threat that if we don't borrow money and do this now, we're going out of business. Or it could be a massive opportunity. If we borrow money right now, we can get in early to this market and be the leaders. But you have to know then that you're going to pay it back. So, taking on tech debt intentionally and budgeting for its repayment in form of fixing those shortcuts, that's a strategy. Just taking shortcuts and never looking back, that's not a strategy, that's a mess. And so, shortcuts accumulate, small compromises in code add up just like hidden fees on your credit card. You get a higher percentage, you get higher debt. You're only able to pay the interest. Your interest rate goes up, and then you get late fees for not paying it on time. And things just get harder and harder if you accumulate this kind of debt. And the same applies for technical debt. So, the key point here is that unchecked technical debt erodes your productivity, just like mounting credit card balances drain your financial flexibility.